let's start lying on your back. Make sure you have your Pilates ring close by, but if you don't have a Pilates ring, you'll be able to do most of these exercises anyway, so stay tuned if you'd like. Either way, we're on our backs here, and let's put our hands on our bellies. Knees are up, feet are on the floor. And just take a second or two here to focus on your breath, to bring your attention to the work you're about to do. So we're staying very mindful of our movement and our breathing as we work out today. And we're deepening that connection and understanding of our own bodies and how they work. Let's go ahead and reach the arms overhead, the leg out here, and then tuck that knee into the chest and roll your head up toward the knee. Inhale, let that foot come down, and reach the arms overhead, the other leg straight out. Exhale, hug it into the chest, bring the forehead up to meet the knee, shoulders relaxed, belly button pressing down. Let that go. Go ahead and walk your feet out about as wide as the mat and let both knees come down to one side and then the other. Back and forth like windshield wipers. Love this one. Couple more like it. Make sure we're still breathing deeply. Good, and we'll bring the knees back up to center here. Walk the feet back in a little bit. And then we'll tuck the knees toward the chest and bring the forehead up to meet them. So you're just hugging yourself into a little ball here. And then reach both legs out, both arms out, and reach as far as you can, both directions. From there, hug the knees back in again. Exhale, belly button toward the floor. And let the head rest down. Rock your knees side to side, just massaging out your low back a little bit. Bring the feet back to the floor, knees up, both edges of both feet pressing down, toes connected with your mat. As you exhale here, let's roll the shoulders up, reach the fingertips forward along the floor. Inhale, set the head back down and lift the hips up to that bridge. Exhale, lower down, and then crunch, lifting the shoulders up off the floor, squeezing the belly button down, reaching the fingertips forward. Inhale, lower down, and lift the hips. Good, exhale, lower the hips. Come into that crunch, belly button squeezes down. Inhale, head down, hips up. And keep going just like that, a couple more. Using your breath to help you move, getting the body ready to do some more challenging work here. And go ahead and finish with that last bridge, and then grab your ring. We're going to bring it between the ankles here with one leg in front of the other. So it's behind one ankle and then on the top of your foot there on the other foot. So my right leg is closest to me, left leg farther away. And then you can lower those legs closer to the floor to make it more challenging. Keep the legs as straight as you can. Lift the shoulders up, chin to the chest, and then we're squeezing the ring and releasing it. So squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Again, low back is staying neutral. Belly button toward the spine, so you're really contracting there. Legs can come up more vertical if you need to make it a little easier. Good, now go ahead and rest the head down. Reposition that ring here so it's inside your ankles. Both legs are straight up. Flex your feet, and then we'll squeeze and release the ring right here. So head is resting down now, but your legs, you're really working to keep them as straight as you can, and then you're deciding how hard you work by how hard you press against the ring. Good. Take the ring down to the floor by your side, put your feet on the floor. You're going to rest your hand on top of the ring so your arm can be straight. So the ring will be on the floor about by your hip or so, depending on how long your arms are. And you're just going to push that ring down. So squeeze it and let it go. Squeeze and let it go. Notice all the muscles that click in to help you do this, to help you stabilize and to make this happen. It's a small movement, but there's quite a bit of work going on. Good. Now go ahead and bring the ring to your hips. Now if this is uncomfortable, depending on where you position that ring, if it's not comfortable there on your pubic bone or maybe on your low belly, just skip the ring altogether, that's fine. Otherwise, get that ring in place and then keep your hands strong against it as you press your hips up. So you're squeezing the ring by lifting your hips into the bridge. Make sure your knees, hips, and ankles all stay in alignment. You're pressing into the entire foot. Toes are connected with your mat. Squeezing up as high as we can. And again, if it's not comfortable, take the ring away. That still works. This just gives us that little extra resistance. Good. Finish that one that you're on. Let the hips come down again. We're going to bring the ring back between our ankles here. The left leg is going to be on top this time, right leg on the bottom, or switch, whatever you did first. Just make sure the other one is now in that position. So again, the ring is on the back of one leg, on the front of that other foot. Lower the legs toward the floor to make it more challenging. Chin to the chest, shoulders up, belly button down, and then squeeze the ring and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Keep pressing your belly button down, breathing as you go. Good. Bring the legs back up. Reposition the ring so it's between your ankles now. Feet are flexed. And squeeze the ring. Let it go. Head can rest down. But again, work on keeping those legs up really straight and strong. Good. Grab the ring, bring your feet back to the floor. Put in your other hand this time, bringing it to the side of your body there on the floor so your arm can be straight with the ring under your hand. And then start to press that ring toward the floor. And let it go and press. Good. Keep going just like that. It's controlled movement, nice and slow. Really focus your attention on what you're doing, on every movement. Good. Let's bring that ring back to your low belly or on the pubic bone there. Hands on top of it, feet, knees, ankles, or knees, ankles, hips all lined up, and then lift the hips into that bridge, but keep pressing the ring down with your hands. Almost there, a couple more. Nice controlled movement, keep it up. Good, release that. Bring the ring back to your ankles, but this time you're going to put your feet inside the ring. And again, we're staggering them. So one is forward, one is back with the ring on the outside of the legs. Same positioning here with the legs moving toward the floor. Chin is lifted, shoulders lifted, belly down, and we're pulling the ring apart this time, pressing your legs away from each other It's not going to be a very big movement, that's okay, but we can feel a lot of effort happening when we do it. Good, relax, head down, reposition the ring so it's on the outsides of each ankle here, legs side by side, and straight up in the air, straight and strong, and now again, squeeze your legs away from each other. Good, relax that. Bring the ring back to your hand by your side, back to that first hand. So it's back in my right hand. I'm doing another set right here. Pressing the ring down toward the floor, breathing as I go. Good, relax that. And this time, go ahead and just set the ring by your side. We'll take a break from it for just a second. We're going to come back up into that bridge, and you can do what we did before. So if you want to use the ring and do the same exercise, you can, where we just lift and lower. Otherwise, lift the hips up into the bridge and extend one leg and then the other. So notice I'm keeping my thighs parallel to one another, the knees side by side, and I'm just lifting that foot up off the ground, straightening the leg, and bringing it back down. When you do that, try to keep your hips level. So the hip of the leg that's lifting is going to try to drop down a little bit, but use that other foot that's on the floor to keep pressing your hips up evenly. Good. Lower it back down. Grab the ring again, bring it back to your feet with the feet inside the ring, staggering your legs so the other one is in front this time. Belly button down, chin and shoulders up, legs lower toward the floor if you want to make it a little harder, and then squeeze the ring so your legs are moving away from each other. Good, let that go, reposition. So the ring is on the outsides of your ankles there. Keep the legs up straight and strong, flex those feet, and again, squeeze your legs away from each other. Good, relax, and take the ring off your feet. Bring it down to the floor by your other side, so the second set on that other arm. And then press the ring down against the floor and release. Keeping the arms straight, keeping the movement controlled. Breathing. Good, let it go. You can set the ring down if we want to do that leg lifting bridge again. So go ahead and come into your bridge, both edges of both feet pressing down, hips are held high. Keep them level as you just extend one leg and then the other. Nice slow movement, as always, super controlled, using your breath to help you move. This is a great exercise for hip strength and stability. Good. Lower the hips back down. Grab that ring again. Now I'm moving my feet just a little further away from my body here. The ring is in both hands above my shoulders. Then reach it overhead. And as you come forward on your inhale, we'll roll it up a little bit. So you might just crunch right here, or you might keep rolling, reaching the arms up to your ears and then lower back down slowly with control, vertebra by vertebra, down, down, down. Ring reaches overhead. And then again, on the inhale, let's reach forward, good, and all the way up. Back is long, and then roll it back down. Again, the crunch here, always an option. You don't have to come all the way up if it bothers your back, or if it just feels like too much, go ahead and crunch. Otherwise, we're lifting all the way up, sitting tall, Good, lowering back down slowly. There's always that sticking point where gravity tries to really pull you fast. There's a little space there where that happens. So really work through that point. Try to maintain your control all the way down. Good, almost there. Keep breathing, breathing. Extra focus as you get tired. Good. And the next time you come up, relax. Let your knees fall open to the side a little bit. Sit up nice and tall and then fold forward between your knees there. Just a really soft, gentle stretch on the hips, relaxing your back. And we'll sit up tall again here. Take the ring in both hands and straighten your legs out. Now you might find it more comfortable to sit up on a towel, a folded towel or a pillow or something. But we want to try to sit straight like our back's against a wall. Then take that ring right out in front of you. Keeping the arms straight, we're going to twist to the side as we exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale back to center. So you're using your core strength to twist as far as you can. With that strength, your breath can help because as you exhale, you're squeezing, right? Your belly button moves towards your spine. So use that breath to help you twist and maintain before you come back to center. Now the other thing to check is your feet. We don't want them to be shifting, so imagine your feet are also against a wall, so those toes stay flexed. Couple more. Good, keep breathing. Always think tall, tall, tall. Every inhale, sit taller. As you come back to center, sit taller. Good. Now staying right here in the center, we're just going to squeeze the ring and then let it go. Squeeze it and let it go. If it's too much with your arms straight, just let your arms bend. Bring them down to your sides and you can do it from there. Either way, we're keeping those shoulders low. Don't let them crunch up by your ears. Keep them down in place. Don't forget those legs. They're still straight and strong. We're still sitting tall. Strong back and core. Good. Inhale, take the ring above the head here, and then exhale, fold forward. Now you can loop that ring over your feet here and use that to help you stretch. If those hamstrings are a little more open, you want to go a little deeper, just go ahead and hold your feet. Good. Release that stretch. And then roll over onto your belly. We're going to take the ring behind us, and you'll just hold it in each hand there. So your legs will come close together. And as we inhale, we're going to lift. And you could just do your upper body or lift those legs as well. As you lift, you're reaching that ring back like it's going to touch your toes. Good. Exhale, lower down slowly. And then inhale, bring it back up. Good. Exhale, lower down. And here we're keeping the neck in line with the rest of the spine. So if your chest is lifting really high, great, that's fine. You can lift your head a little higher. If not, you just want to keep your head a little lower. I always think about kind of looking at the floor in front of my mat. Inhaling up, exhaling down. We just want to resist that temptation to lift the head way, way up like we're looking at the ceiling, or to let it fall forward. Try to keep it neutral, in line with the rest of that spine. Good, a couple more, we're almost there. Strong back. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Good. Go ahead and relax that. Now, we're going to take the ring and position it right under your butt there, right against the top of your hamstring, and bend your leg so your heel can come to it. Now, depending on the length of your legs, maybe this won't work for you. If that's the case, that's okay. But we're going to rest the head down here. I'm just resting my forehead on my hands, and then squeeze your ankle toward your hip. Squeeze and release. So you'll feel that in the back of your leg. Good, let it go. We're going to switch sides. Same thing. So just position it there at the top of your hamstring and the back of your ankle, and then squeeze and let it go. Again, it's not a huge movement. And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Take a little break. Or you can actually do this without the ring. You won't feel it quite as much, but you can go through a deeper range of motion and just really think about squeezing the hamstring as you kick your heel toward your butt and then release your foot toward the floor. Good, let that go. Bring the legs straight down again. Ring is in both hands behind us. Second set, let's lift up into that locust and then back down. And you can keep going just like that or lift it up and hold it this time. Breathing all the time. We're not holding the breath here. Good, let it go. And come back to that second set, squeezing the foot toward the hip. So position that ring again, top of the hamstring, back of the ankle, and squeeze. Nice work. Switch legs. Same thing. Good. And then let that go. We'll take the ring away. You can set it down here. Bring your hands right under your shoulders. Squeeze those elbows in tight. Use that tricep strength. The belly button lifts into the spine. Pressing up through that push-up. Good. Keeping the shoulders right over the wrists here. And then pushing up again. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Tricep push-up. So those elbows need to brush by your rib cage. That's how we're going to target the back of the arm. If the elbows are sneaking out to the side, still a push-up, still good, but we're just not getting that behind the arm action quite as much as we can with the tricep push-up. Good. Let it rest. Sit all the way back on your heels there in a child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths. Let's slow things down a little bit. Stretch out those muscles. Take your arms and walk them over to the right until you can kind of feel a stretch down the left side of your body there. Take that walk right on back to the left. Hold it there, breathing. Back to center here. Then go ahead and sit up. Bring your knees side by side so they're in line with your hips. Rise up on your toes here. So hips are right above your knees, and we'll make fists of our hands and put them on either side of the spine on your sacrum. Let's come into a little bit of a quarter camel. You're just going to lift your heart up here, looking up toward the sky, getting that little back bend. Good. Let it go slowly. And then come to your hands and knees, wrists below the shoulders, knees below the hips. On the inhale, let's arch the back here, lifting the crown of the head and the tailbone. Then exhale, round the back, lift the belly button up. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Good. Couple more like it. Good. And then keeping your hips above your knees here, we'll walk the hands forward a little bit to come through a plank and then to a mountain pose or a downward dog. Heels are moving toward the floor, even if they don't touch. Sit bones are lifting up and the heart is moving toward the knees. Breathing deeply. And then moving the hips straight back. Let's walk the hands toward the feet. Pausing in a forward fold, letting your knees bend if that feels better. As long as you're feeling that stretch, that's great. Just let your shoulders and head relax. You can fold your arms here like a rag doll if you'd like. Bend the knees a little bit more and then roll up the spine. Tailbone tucks, everything follows that. The chin is on the chest until the very, very end. Good, all the way up tall. Finding your balance on both feet, front to back, side to side. Let's take a deep breath up here, reach for the sky. Exhale, lower it down. Good, and inhale, one more. Exhale, lower down. Good, inhale. And exhale. Thank you. Hope you had a great workout.